college football fan can't wait for. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hurricanes about to kick it away and get this season started. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
My boy Macky Dacky. Man, nigga that took his PlayStation on the beach. Don't you gotta check that motherfucker in like a gun?
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Oh, you drove with that motherfucker. You flew with that motherfucker. You drove with it.
It's going to be a false start. And the
oh nah, I about to say I think when you fly with your PlayStation, you gotta check that motherfucker in like a gun. Shit.
Offense set on first down.
Where you at in Miami? What you doing out there working? Yeah.
Back to throw, it's Miranda. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield.
Come on, Macky Dacky, that's too easy.
Wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands,
you know that's my bread and butter.
After the fact, so it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like
you're living a life, sound like
all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about?
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right?
You do that. You do that shit all over.
All the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like
man, you get to witness some good-ass games.
Asserting their dominance.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Yeah, I ain't never been out there but Miami. I gotta get out there.
Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Buys a little time. Got his man on the right. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He's looking to throw it. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're undefeated league champ.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks at H-Town had to sweat.
Some hot chocolate. Damn, all 3 of this nigga corners got 99 speed.
Much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side.
Look at that.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
Man, that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
On 4th down, going to the air. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll line up for a second down play. Fast motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They were all over him. Nowhere to go. And that third down play turned into a disaster.
It ain't that funny.
You don't see those touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this
ain't that funny, boy.
That counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Ooh, get that over.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going. And that ball is picked off. And they'll
pressure
in on him after a good return on the interception.
Pressure.
That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
They're going to open this drive with a pass.
See
and
it.
this sophomore able to wreak some
camouflage in the mayo.
LSU right back to the line.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are.
He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Oh, get in there.
Touchdown LSU. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it.
Yeah, Negro Day.
A little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20.
They ain't give you off a nigga day, Macky Dacky. They ain't give you off a nigga day. You had to work on nigga day. Oh, okay.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Yeah.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Sack that quarterback.
Plenty of time for one more snap before
Sack
the end
him.
of the quarter. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Lofts one high and deep.
Man.
On the right.
Let that
And
nigga
the
mouth
tackle
see
is made,
22.
but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, throws toward the end zone.
Oh.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And he could not get loose on the run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one.
There we go.
Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth
Press-
down, you're
pressure
throwing
bus
forward,
pipe.
everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep
Pressure
the
don't
drive
make
alive.
diamonds,
They couldn't
pressure
get it
bus
done, and
pipe.
now the offense is coming off the field.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going to take a shot at this DB.
Ooh, that
And he
nigga too
makes the
fast.
catch inside the 25. Touchdown LSU. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with their route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Georgia.
Pressure don't bust pipe. Pressure make diamond.
I'm a college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit,
Yeah, on my side, it make diamond. Your side it bust
really
pipe.
nice job by the defense, pressure in the quarter.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10.
Oh, you don't know that song. You ain't hip. I'm gonna have to put you on. Ooh, okay. Okay, see, pressure do make diamond.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown,
I'm gonna have to
Miami.
put you on,
And
Mackie
once
Daffy.
he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive.
Wow,
by the
2
offense.
catches,
Way to
118,
finish, take
2,
care of the football.
2, 110.
Makes
Okay.
plays for the passing game. This offense
Okay, we got a little
looks like
competition going
really
on.
hard one to stop.
Two-point try. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy
man,
plays.
gonna cut up here.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense doesn't think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Miranda. He puts a lot of air down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, and they convert. Oh, look out, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start. That's a really good stop by the defense, Jason. They need a few more. Giving them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays. All that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're
put
seeing
somebody
right
on
now.
number
This
4.
is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
What, 87?
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Had 87 clamp.
I know
I was
it's
gonna
early
go
this
number
year,
4.
but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one
Come
high
on,
and deep.
29. What the hell you back there doing?
Running toward the tape.
That's tripping.
Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys are
going for it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. Buys a little time with his feet. Across the 25, he's got room. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And this QB
grab me a beer, girl. Hurry up.
Plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Canes get it past the sticks.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. Crisp execution in the passing game.
Hey, take the top off. Throw it in the trash.
The Canes in the hurry up. He wants to pass it on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
All right. I got you. Appreciate it.
Looking to throw for it. Quarterback moving. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see it here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Scanning the field, it's Miranda. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, he has to throw for it.
Man, get rid of it, bro.
Rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
On fourth down, looking to pass.
Oh,
He's
get
going
it,
to throw
Fo.
deep right side.
Oh, get it, Fo.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They'll immediately call timeout. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
Put Fo back on the outside.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout.
Oh.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wideout in motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Keeps it and gets the first down. They'll chase him out of bounds after a nice pickup on the play.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Now try
I thought he was going to be
and he'll just
all out on the pass.
Run out of time in the second quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. That Miami offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. The DBs will back off a bit. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's not afraid to go deep.
Give me that. Come on, 12.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, going up top. He'll pull it down. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They'll leave it with him. At the 40, there he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Hurricanes are flying down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Dances away to buy time. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before
trying to knock that nigga head off his shoulder.
Down for this offense.
When QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he sat back there in the pocket a little bit, go make plays, so frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB. He can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up, and get a big play. So,
and the freshman will chalk up a sack. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing to score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held him so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
Trying to get to it. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a 1st down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A a little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Miranda.
Oh, I had a tutty, too.
Now on second down.
Run that back.
There's an example of what happens
Run
when the
that back.
quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure
Better
just
not be in
forced
that
him to
same
have
defense.
to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Oh, okay.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. LSU quick to the line. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jesse.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. He just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down.
Don't mind if I do.
Get
down, nigga.
This senior quarterback never
So
afraid to
damn.
run when he has to pick up a 1st
You
down.
ain't Cam
The
Newton.
Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
I'll tell you.
From the red zone, looking for a man.
Ah.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Miranda. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, theirs being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
fake. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going for the big play. And that pass is caught at the 25. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1,
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Miami. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
Almost go off, man.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Hokies. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them.
He's got it down the left side. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You damn white boy.
If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he's going to run it back.
Ooh, come on, Ted.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking deep down the right side.
Man, what? Hell to the no.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move.
Hell no, nigga. Let that nigga body you like that.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot.
Get your homeboy look back 18.
Expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Yeah, throw it that way. Give me that.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
Thought you were going to throw it deep.
And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve.
Yeah, that nigga one-on-one.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. LSU right back to the line.
I don't run with him no more.
Back to throw. It's Miranda. He's going up top.
I'm about to say that boy
too fast. They took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop.
Come on, Flo. I thought you really played. Get to that.
To give as they work on that clock. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Keeps looking downfield.
Nigga went in front of the line
of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there first off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it.
Oh my God!
And he was
Get rid of it, boy.
Just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
Boy, miss it.
3rd and long coming up here.
Tutty. Get rid of that tutty.
From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete.
Ooh.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 2nd and goal for this offense.
Got this from your boy Cody.
Touchdown, Tiger.
Good old QB drop.
And the route is on.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents are.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh, come on. All that jumping gonna hurt yourself.
That was a massive play.
Come on, number 2, you gonna undercut that.
Some momentum. You need to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting his progression.
He's gonna pass. He makes the connection.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think
he tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Get 12. What is you doing?
Pass. Instead, they're looking
Man.
And this defense is
Man.
together. Like, it is hard.
I'm tapping this shit out of triangle. This nigga don't even try to kick.
They've been so
Hey, yo.
dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this
Get
football
him, get him, get him.
And they got him for the sack. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on.
I'm gonna need this mother load.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up.
Put this bid in for this game start. Come on, look at the ball.
Get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose,
GG.
to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first game